The big decisions may be made in the executive office, but it's down here in the cubicles, the call center, the lab, and the classroom that the work gets done. Here, desktop reliability means happy customers, rising sales, and high productivity. And the more systems there are, the greater the need for reliability.
We have about 4,000 Optiplex desktops deployed in the district right now. Reliability is extremely important when you're trying to service the number of workstations that we are with a very limited technology budget as well as technology support staff. We can't afford downtime. It's very difficult if students can't access and use technology.
What increases the challenge is that a classroom is one of the most hostile environments for a desktop.
The kids can be rough with the computer.
In a tough environment that demands optimum reliability, you can't find a better solution than Dell's Optiplex Enterprise Desktop. And that's not just us talking, it's what our customers are saying. Dell computers have received consistently high ratings from customers and third-party studies. The reason that positive experience is so consistent among Dell customers is that our systems are designed for reliability and then thoroughly tested. In fact, our lab technicians are harder on our systems than you'll ever be.
We put our systems through an incredible amount of testing, both within spec and beyond spec, to make sure that that IT manager is going to have the least amount of problems, if any, during the life of that product.
Reliability engineers begin by putting individual components through their paces, making sure they measure up to Dell's strict standards.
We'll actually test the peripherals separately, the hard drives, the graphics cards. They'll be tested and known to be good before they're actually put into a system.
Because heat is one of the leading causes of system failure, all the components are put through a thermal scan.
Even small components can cause a machine to overheat or shut down. And if the screen's dark, it doesn't matter whether it's a processor or it was a capacitor that caused that, your machine's still dark. So we pay attention to every single component within the system before it goes out.
We make sure an Optiplex Enterprise Desktop will hold up over time by doing repeated power on cycles, subjecting it to temperature and humidity extremes, power surges, and vibrations. In our most extreme test, the halt test, we do all those things at once, pushing the system well beyond performance specifications.
What's good about that test is even though it's beyond spec, a lot of times a board can fail, and it's a very small change that can be made. It's more of a tweak that will actually give the product a lot more robustness, but you have to understand how it fails first to understand how to go off and make it better.
Though less catastrophic than a failing motherboard, failure of mechanical parts also impacts productivity. And in elementary schools, the mechanical durability of a desktop is tested every day.
They're going to push the keys hard. They're going to accidentally bump into one. They're going to put their hands on the screen.
You can see things stuffed into the disk drive. You can see CD-ROM drives pulled out beyond where they're supposed to. Students like to walk by and unplug each other's workstations, whether it's a monitor, a network card. They like to push network cards in. They like to see how far they can push the design of the equipment.
Fortunately, in most cases, not as far as we push it. To minimize mechanical issues, any part that a user will repeatedly handle is subjected to wear and tear tests in the labs.
For example, we will open and close the chassis 900 times. We will exercise the power button 6,300 times. The DVD and CD-ROM button for the eject tray, we will actually operate that 22,000 times.
Reliability means that I have a product that will stand up to the rigors of almost any condition it's subjected to. Durability is very important because we cannot afford to replace computers every year or two. Our original Dells that were purchased at the beginning of our program with Dell are still there operating just as well as they ever did with very little maintenance.
Because these systems are often deployed over a nationwide or global enterprise, the machines are built to take the punishment of the trip. The unit may be unboxed and reboxed more than once and transported to the final destination under less than ideal conditions.
A large number of systems will come into a loading dock for a big IT installation. A lot of times what will happen is on the loading dock, they'll take the system out of the box, slap it on a pallet, or put it on some kind of cart, and they'll rattle it up to the end user.
Even when our engineers are satisfied with the reliability of the latest model, Dell doesn't stop there.
You can't simply continue down a straight line and assume that what you've done in the past is good enough going forward. You need that creativity in the process. Our people bring that to bear. Our process makes sure that we're efficient in how we do it. And then our results with the end customers speak for themselves.
They've been incredible. Every staff member in this building will tell you that too. Having Dell computers in their classrooms, in the labs, in every single area where we have our computers now has been an incredible upgrade and improvement. It's been a very reliable system and computer to have.
That's reliability. Dell reliability.